Anfield Wrap post-match pint from the Monroe after Tottenham 1, Liverpool 0. I had to think then about the scoreline. Pretty uneventful and uninspiring game, but there was a goal at the end. I'm Neil Dockin here with Pete Bolster, Phil Blundell. To mull over, a bit of a disappointing night for the Reds, to say the least. Obviously, I think all of our thoughts with Rodrigo Bentancur. Pretty scary moment at the start of the game. Hope he's okay. But I mean, that was the really only eventful thing in the first half. I thought Liverpool played in second gear for large parts of the game tonight. Like they were just trying to manage a fixture really and get it out of the way. I didn't really think the intensity was there. And we were talking about it a minute ago. The issue is with the Reds when sometimes when that intensity drops a little bit, then they're just not at it really.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fair. I think the first half looked like sort of part of the thing. It was like, right, Jota needs minutes, he needs managing back, he needs to get him in the team. Whereas if everyone was fit, I'm not sure Diogo Jota against that Tottenham team is the best approach for it. Like we were watching that first half and it was dying out for just someone to put a ball over the top of a fullback and run in behind. Like Gakpo's the most likely to do that, and it's still not really his game. Jota's not quick enough to do it. Salah's not quick enough now. And it looked like it would have made things a lot easier. You saw it sort of, I think within 5 minutes of Nunes coming on, you'd seen it twice where we sort of just pinged the ball over the top and we looked a lot more dangerous. But that sort of possibly tells you what the manager was aiming for from tonight. It wasn't necessarily, I'm just going to go and kill this tie tonight. It's a long season. I've got to get players back. And we've probably got more out of Jota getting 60 minutes than we have if he gets 20 minutes and Liverpool maybe win 1-0 and they still got to play the second leg anyway. So I don't think there's much we can read into it. 1-0, the game's not, the tie's not anywhere near over. Ultimately, it makes the second leg more interesting than if you lose 2-0, doesn't it? So there's that element. Or even if you're 2-0 up, I meant rather. But yeah, it's not. It wasn't great. No element of it was great. It wasn't particularly enjoyable, but it was a fairly even, fairly uneventful game, and they score what is a very controversial goal, which I'm sure we'll come on to, and that's the decisive thing.
Yeah, I mean, we will get our value for money hopefully in the second leg of our ticket, which is obviously the most important thing. But no, I mean, I as I say, I just felt that I know it's come in the middle of a busy schedule. We've obviously had a huge game at the weekend, an emotionally draining game, a game that's taken a bit out of us. He's looked to swap things around, but he has fielded a strong team there against what is unarguably a weak Tottenham team, a weakened Tottenham team. They've got a lot of injuries, a lot of absences, and given the relative standing of the two sides, I don't think the Reds can be very impressed or pleased with their performance this evening.
No, I think it's when you frame it like that, it's bitterly disappointing because when you think about it, it's Mohamed Salah's first start in a semi-final in the League Cup, and that says how serious they were taking it tonight. And I take Phil's point in the sense that like we needed someone to run in behind, but I think that says more about what the manager thinks of Darwin Núñez moving forward, rather than what it says about in the fact that he needs Diogo Jota fit, because he sees Diogo Jota more valuable over the next 5-10 games than he does with Darwin Núñez, and I think he needs him fit in that sense. I think that side tonight was more than enough, strong enough to win tonight, and there was times where it looked like we were gaining momentum and we were getting a grip of the game, and it looked like we might just start to pair a little bit, but the final ball was always off. I thought overall it looked like a Liverpool side that didn't need to win the game, and when they don't need to win the game, I said to Phil before the game, I never really backed them. I'm never as confident as I normally am. They look like they've got a second leg. They look like they're a team cruising at the top of the league and doing brilliant in the Champions League, and just it didn't feel like there was any agency, and certainly there wasn't any quality. The danger is the second leg is about 3 or 4 weeks away, and Tottenham, there might be a different Tottenham that's turning up, there might be a different Liverpool that's turning up, we might have our own injury concern there. So for me, overall, it was bitterly disappointing. However, it is half-time, so you can't get too far down about it. It does set that second leg up fantastic, doesn't it? But I'd rather have just killed it tonight, personally.
Yeah, I mean, it was sloppy from the start. You talked there about the opening stages, and you said that it was Salah's, what was his first ever League Cup semi-final?
Yes.
I think they said it was Alisson's second ever League Cup game. Van Dijk doesn't normally play at this stage. So there's a lot of experience there, but we had drafted in players who've been out in the cold, players who haven't been fit, players returning from injury. So Bradley, Simicas,
Quansah.
Quansah. And in the opening stages, I thought the Reds were very sloppy and fortunate not to concede with the amount of times the ball was being given away.
YouTube, press the button, become a member of the Anfield Wrap from the heart of the city of Liverpool. The best way to enjoy all your Liverpool-based videos, everything you need, every single day. It is the Anfield Wrap.